The majesty, grace and excitement of the FIA Karting World Championship returns here in 2022 at the Circuito Internazionale in Napoli for this fabulous contest brought to you by MondoKart.com and Mumbai Falcons Racing. Good morning, wherever you are watching from and however you are tuning in around the world. This is the biggest event in the automatic karting calendar. Everybody wants to win this one, and this is the path to greatness. Drivers have come from this very event to go on to the greatness of Formula One, such as Lando Norris, Nick de Vries, Guido van der Garde, Vitantonio Liuzzi, Jarno Trulli, Jan Magnussen. Some amazing contenders over the years, all the way up to Riccardo Patrese in 1974. This contest is without a doubt the most popular and the most exciting in the world karting scene. And across the two classes, the OK Junior and OK Senior categories, we will see the best racers in the world at this discipline. The warm-up is coming to a close, and it's already pretty hot under the gaze of Mount Vesuvius, just 7.5 miles away in the ancient town of Pompeii. I'm Jake Sanson. Beside me is Guillaume Alvarez. Yesterday we had 17 races. If you missed it, you'll have to go back and watch again to catch yourself up. But over the course of today, we'll have 26 more encounters for the OK Junior and Senior contenders as they battle away for supremacy once more.
Good morning indeed, Jay. Good morning, the world, and benvenuti a tutti on the Circuito Internazionale in Napoli. As always, a pleasure to be in such a beautiful place. The first time for me back in 2018, all the way down for my first race with the RGMMC group at the microphone of the FIA Karting Championship. 4 years later, this is back where it all started for myself, alongside Jake Sanson as always, to commentate and introduce to you this year's World Championship. Yesterday indeed was a bit tricky when it comes to the weather, as we had a thunderstorm welcoming us yesterday morning and a lot of rain. Mixing things up for the practice and the qualifying session within the teams, but the afternoon went smoothly with beautiful weather as we're back to summer mode, and this is very much summer mode once again in the south of Italy here. As you can see, the sun is shining, still a bit cloudy above our heads, but nothing to worry about, even though I've seen some spots of rain on the forecast for at some point during the day, but a very light guarantee that we will come to that. The Mount Vesuvius on your side, watching us, watching along the racing. We're near the city, the ancient city of Pompeii, with Napoli just 30 minutes down the road on the coast of Italy. So a beautiful and fantastic location. The background is as stunning as you can expect, and we've had a lot of action happening already on track yesterday. As you said, it was very, very busy indeed with 17 races. A lot more coming our way, 26 today in both the OK and the Junior category. And as always, if you were with us yesterday, we're going to try to give you as much trackside activity, as much trackside insight from the actors themselves, from the drivers, as we are able to go talk to them at the Parc Fermé once they are done with the scale. After each of the races, we'll be able to grab them and ask them some questions, get them some feedback fresh from the track. So all of us tuning in from all four corners of the world, once again, thank you very much, as we are live on FIAKarting.com, on Motorsport TV, and on the number, I can't even recollect the number of channels that we are on live for this weekend, as we were 2 weeks ago in Le Mans for the first of the two World Championship concluding this season.
So how significant is this competition to the wider world of motorsport, and how big a difference does this make to your racing career? Well, let me give you a list of the drivers that have finished on the podium in this very World Championship over the years. Ronnie Peterson, 1966, third place in Copenhagen. Then, of course, we had, a few years later, a chap called Eddie Cheever finishing behind Riccardo Patrese in the World Championship in 1974 at Estoril. Elio De Angelis came in 1975, just behind Francois Goldstein. Ayrton Senna, twice vice world champion in 1979 and 1980. A man who needs no introduction to anyone who's a petrol head. Tom Christensen, Mr. Le Mans himself, was second in the World Karting Championship in 1987 to touring car legend Giampiero Simoni, who is now working for Ferrari as a test driver. Mark Goossens, who went on to Formula 3000 fame, was in the top three. Fabrizio De Simoni, one of the top Italian sports car racers, in the top three in the late 80s. Jan Magnussen and Jarno Trulli, both who went on to have Formula One careers, world champions in 1990 and 1991. Since then, Giorgio Pantano on the World Championship podium in 97 and 99. He went on to Formula One, IndyCar, the GP2 title, and now is running his own team here in the paddock. Ronnie Quintarelli, who just about 2 hours ago was battling for the Super GT pole position out in Japan for Nissan. Frank Pereira and Heikki Kovalainen were just behind the legend Davide Fore in the 2000 running, both of whom have had significant single-seater careers in the past. World champions have included Vitantonio Liuzzi and Guido van der Garde, both of whom reached Formula One. Ben Hanley has been on the podium. He's gone on to race in the Le Mans 24 Hours. Wade Cunningham, the Australian who won the World Championship, the Kiwi I should say, who won the championship in 2003, has gone on to amazing fame back home in his Australian supercar campaigns and in sports car racing as well. Then you've got the likes of the recent Formula One brigade. Nick de Vries, who finished ahead of Alex Albon in the World Championship in 2011 as world and vice champions. Max Verstappen was third in the World Championship in 2013. The only major FIA karting title he didn't win was the OK, or the equivalent, the KF at the time, World Championship. On the podium in 2014, 3 drivers who have all had a taste of Formula One machinery one way or the other. Lando Norris, Nikita Mazepin and Jahan Daruvala. It's a massive opportunity for the drivers to work their way up the ladder. And in the last few years, we've had some incredible contenders win this title. Carol Bash, Pedro Hiltbrand, Danny Curl, Lorenzo Travasanuto in 2 consecutive years. Callum Bradshaw and the reigning world champion, Tuukka Taponen, who is back in 2022 to become...